What? He's some kind of monster! Kakarot, Vegeta, we're gonna have to work together if we're gonna bring this one down. Hey guys, DB Rai here, and today we are back with a what if that I haven't touched on for a while, which as far as the anime and the Tournament Power was concerned, this what if was finished and done. However, I am finally back with the Broly edition of this what if, and that is, what if Gine survived Dragon Ball Super Broly edition? Yes. We now get our long-awaited continuation of the What If Gine Survives series, which I think is the second most popular one that I have on this channel. Second place to the new What If Sailor Moon was in Dragon Ball Z What If. And so, our story begins much like the original. We get the whole run around with the banishment of Broly by the hands of King Vegeta, as well as the extermination of the Saiyan race by Frieza, which in a way sort of serves as Gine retelling that whole story of her and Kakarot's departure from the planet, which, to be quite honest, not even Kakarot has really heard the story of his survival, and nor has Raditz. So, I guess it is a slightly different beginning, except, you know, Broly's banishment at the very start. And pretty much the Frieza blowing up planet Vegeta is pretty much a retelling from the surviving Gine and Bardock. And, wow, Mom, you're really smart! Because, for those of you who don't remember, Gine was able to escape planet Vegeta because, well, she convinced her husband to, let her accompany the little Kakarot because of her being the weakest Saiyan, she was easily mistaken for Frieza infantry getting off the planet. So, Frieza and his men didn't even bother with it. Didn't even bother checking. So Frieza done gooped that one, and that was essentially how Gine was able to escape. And it's just a beautiful story, man, of a mother who just wouldn't give up her child. And so, pretty much with that, we get the whole... we get Raditz and Bardock, who are going away on a bit of a space vacation. Just somewhere where they can have a whole planet to train together and beat each other to a pulp, plus enjoy other space cuisine. They are pretty much wearing cloaks and hoods to any populated planets they go to, because, you know, Saiyans, the Galactic Patrol. The Galactic Patrol don't like Saiyans that much, so best to avoid trouble there. No, we are not Saiyans. And meanwhile, we've got the whole Goku and Vegeta Kakarot and Vegeta sparring match. I keep forgetting that his name is Kakarot in this timeline. Naughty DB Rai. Naughty. Yep, they're sparring together. And, celebrating well, Beerus and Whis are there too, trying to get a nice delicious snack, and Beerus trying to get a nap, him getting angry at the loud sparring. Keep it down, will you? Learn to fight quietly. And, well, the difference is Gine's with them as well, and also chatting away with Whis and Beerus, and eating all that marvellous spread that Bulma had Capsule Corp prepare for him, and that it was awesome that they bought this remote island, because the boys could tear it up, spar, go do as they will without causing any complaints in West City. No destruction of city property. And, well, after they're done with their little sparring session for the day. So, Kakarot, why is it that you seek greater power? Why do you keep training like this? Are you trying to become the next destroyer? What? Don't think I'll take that threat lying down. Lying down? You kind of are already lying down. Oh, that was a cheap shot. Actually, Beerus, you kind of walked into it. Everyone laughs at Beerus. A little bit of dialogue change there. And, well, Goku just says that he's pumped up to fight more fighters ever since the Tournament of Power. Gine pretty much wants nothing to do really much with fighting anymore these days. To her, she's pretty much done her part. She is done with the whole going to war thing. The Tournament of Power was it. Yeah, we'll see how long this lasts. After all, this is Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie, after all. So, Whis does comment on Gine pretty much not training at all. And she says, I'm done. I'm done. The Tournament of Power was it. I had all the fighting that I could stand. I'm ready to just settle down now. But Mom, you use the Dragon Balls to match Father's age. You've got plenty of years of fighting left. Isn't that right, Vegeta? Didn't you tell me once that, we don't lose our abilities to fight till we hit about 80? Yes, that is just about the time where a Saiyan loses his peak. So tell me, Vegeta, why is it that you seek greater power knowing that you're pretty powerful the way you are now? To fight Frieza! Because you brought back that bastard! Actually, no. That's actually wrong. I don't think Frieza was in the Tournament of Power in this story. I'm sorry, guys, I got carried away from there. Almost created inconsistency. No, he wasn't, because we had Bardock as an extra fighter. He took basically what was Majin Buu's spot, because as I recall, we killed off Buu as well. If I recall correctly. So yes, there is no Frieza. Alright, so who's going to find the Planetoid Vampa and everyone else? Well, as it so happens, Frieza's nanny, Berry Blue, and the other guy whose name escapes me, have been searching the globe in search of someone else to serve. Someone in particular. With the original Dragon Ball Super Broly movie making Broly canon, I can't see why that, at least for this story, we can't make this character canon. They are in search for Lord Frieza's brother, Cooler. And having some notes of where King Cole banished him and had him in had him frozen in cryogenetics. I believe that's the terminology when you have someone in a frozen sleep, suspended animation. Isn't that cryogenics? Anyways, needless to say, the two managed to find him, and Cooler is all about curiosity to what's been happening. So Berry Blue and the other one pretty much fill him in, and so you're telling me my brother was bested by a bunch of monkeys? Serves him right. And that my father met the same fate. Cooler is having quite the laugh about this. And they did talk to him about Frieza's resurrection, and that he achieved a new level of Golden Frieza. And well, it would seem that I would have to at least reach this kind of level of power if I'm going to form my very own Cooler Force. and be able to oppose these Saiyans? My family taken down by a bunch of monkeys. Well, if my brother can reach this golden level, then so can I! To quote from Dragon Ball... Is it Super Dragon Ball Heroes? Yeah, it is. Super Dragon Ball Heroes. And, so, pretty much with that, Cooler has been spending his time rebuilding his Cooler Force. Now, it is nothing like the Frieza Force. It is slowly growing in numbers, but not that much. However, he has, taken notice of a couple of, well, Lemmo was, of course, recruited from the old Frieza Force days. And, well, just like in the new Frieza Force, Chi-Lai is recruited into the Cooler Force because it's either that or jail. Even though the Cooler Force is not as well known, the name Cooler still spreads enough fear that the Galactic Patrol won't mess with you. So it was either jail for Chi-Lai or join the Cooler Force, and well, they're being sent on their way to look for powerful warriors. Hence, they find the planetoid Vampa, and do manage to find Paragues and his son Broly. And that goes down much like it does in the original. And of course, Chi-Lai and Lemmo bring him before Lord Cooler. I have to say, Chi-Lai and Lemmo, was it? Well done. You actually managed to find a couple of Saiyans. Tell me, you two weren't the ones involved with the downfall of my brother and the rest of my family, were you? No, of course not. We were banished by King Vegeta a long time ago. Then it won't surprise you to know that your planet has been destroyed. I have no feelings about my former home. The way I see it, all those Saiyans were a bunch of ingrates. I served the crown loyally, and what was the thanks I got for King Vegeta? Banishment of my son, and banishment of myself, all because my son proved to be more powerful than the prince. Ooh, my. So, am I to understand you feel a sudden need for revenge? Well, good. I feel the same way. I'll tell you what. Prince Vegeta is currently living on this planet called Earth. I will let you have him. However, the rest of the monkeys you are to leave to me. The Saiyans that defeated my brother will die by my hands. However, I have no need for Prince Vegeta. I am not greedy. Paragues, Broly, very well, you can have them. And well, they get their new armors and pretty much everything that goes on right up until they're on their way to planet Earth. Now, has Cooler been told about the Dragon Balls? Well, yes, of course he has. And he does have his men sort of collecting them. He's not really sure whether he believes the legend of wishes or anything like that. But hey, if they work, then maybe planet Earth is actually worth keeping. You know, how powerful could the Cooler Force become if he has a set of Dragon Balls? What force could actually oppose him if he had Dragon Balls at the ready anytime he actually needs them? Nasty bandits giving him trouble? Eternal Shenron, get rid of these space bandits. No problem. It's an emperor's dream come true. And well, along with Broly, his no along with Broly, sorry, with Cooler resurrected, so are his men. The ones from the original Revenge of Cooler movie, they've been waking up as well. And, well, while that's going on, a couple of low-level Cooler Force soldiers have begun snatching the 6 Dragon Balls that Bulma had in Capsule Corp, and have flown away with them, and are on their way to the last one, and thanks to a certain phone call from Trunks and Little Goten, Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, Whis, and Gine are all along for the ride, except for Beerus, of course, who is staying there and is left to babysit Bulla. Now, Gine's not really intending to fight here. I mean, they're just a couple of weak Frieza Force soldiers. Vegeta and Kakarot can handle that no problem, but just to see what's going on anyway. And, well, pretty much with that, they arrive, and just like the original, Vegeta blast down the ship before the Cooler Force members could escape, and Karen's all, "Give us back the Dragon Ball!" And Vegeta gets a good look at the insignia. "I know that insignia. Huh. So it would seem that Cooler has been brought back into the fold, has he?" "Cooler? What's a Cooler?" "He's Frieza's brother. But I heard he was decommissioned years ago." "Huh. Well, you don't say." And then, of course, they do sense Cooler's energy, and it's quite similar to that of Frieza and King Cold's. And, of course, by that I mean similar signature, not in terms of power. And, of course, they're sensing someone that's even greater. "I don't know who that is, but his power's incredible." That would, of course, be Broly. And, much like in the original, Cooler orders Broly to attack, and we get the battle starting off with Vegeta and Broly like in the original. And I've got to say, these monkeys are quite impressive. No wonder my family lost to them. Well, I always said that the Saiyans were actually better off being kept around than thrown away. In hindsight, we actually should have treated the Saiyans better. But what's done is done. They did execute my family, therefore they must die. And well, for the first time, Cooler is witnessing these transformations from Vegeta going from Super Saiyan 2, all the way to God. And of course, eventually Blue. And of course, just like the original, Vegeta's on the losing side of this, until Goku interrupts proceedings, interrupts proceedings, and we get the battle between Broly and Kakarot, who are pretty much battling out, going all out, and Goku realizing that Broly isn't really an enemy here, he's just out of control, and Paragues is kneeling to his knees that Broly has now lost control. Now, unlike the original, Paragues forgot to mention to Cooler that this could happen, and well, just like the original, Broly tries to shut him down with the remote, but oops, Chi-Lai stole it and smashed it like in the original. So, we do have an out-of-control Broly, and well, Cooler remembers the stories of the Super Saiyans, that they're triggered by rage, and that in Kakarot's case, it was the feeling of dread when he thought that Frieza had killed his mother on Namek. So he decides to fire a ki blast at Paragues. Now, unlike the original, he doesn't do a "Broly, look! Your father was hit by a stray blast." Cooler openly admits that he did it. "I'm sorry about your father, Broly, but he was of no further use to me. How about you, boy? Are you of any further use?" And this sets off Broly, that Broly does achieve his Super Saiyan form, and his rage is squarely focused on Cooler, who immediately powers up to his brand new transformation of Golden Cooler, except it's in his Super Saiyan... Not Super Saiyan, what am I saying? Super Saiyan. His final form, his fifth form. Sorry, guys. Super Saiyan Cooler. What if Cooler was a Saiyan? I might save that for next April Fools. Alright, so, with that, Cooler is now battling himself with Broly, but his form actually seems to be a lot stronger than Frieza. Remember, his fifth form is stronger than the final form of Frieza, so adding a golden form to it, I would imagine that it's quite a colossus grade of power, and that pretty much is Cooler getting the better hand of Broly. It's pretty even at this point, at least until Broly gets even more mad. Goku tries to team up with Cooler a bit. The idea is that they're trying to get him under control, and well, it becomes obvious that they're not going to beat him alone, so Vegeta and Gine jump into battle as well. Gine going blue, Vegeta achieving blue. Or did Vegeta have grade 4? Or did he have Super Saiyan 4 in this reality? I don't really remember. But he could always learn blue. Either way, Vegeta has blue at the moment. Ever since training with Whis Beerus, he's somehow learnt blue. I really can't remember for the like of me. I had Vegeta go Super Saiyan 4. I can't remember if it was this one or not. Sorry, guys. Not that it matters much. So with that, you got Vegeta, Gine, Goku, and Cooler all trying to battle together. And you get a Gallic Gun, Kamehameha, and Gine with a Kamehameha as well, getting a big blast. And well, then Gine and Vegeta grab onto Goku, and well, they just decide, good luck, Cooler, and they teleport over to Piccolo. And unfortunately, no sensu beans for any of them. So they've got to do fusion to get out of this. However, Vegeta is insisting that he does fusion with Gine. Just sort of a way for him to sort of make up for all the trouble he used to cause with Gine back in the day. Just to show Gine that he's changed now, he's not the spoiled brat anymore. And well, Gine agrees to do this, so they do the fusion dance, and they do get it wrong. Now, the form is pretty much girlish features, like Gine's face, but her hair's more like Vegeta's. And, well, the first form is, they turn out fat and useless. No one's stronger than us. Nope, you had it all wrong. Your angle was off. Gee! 30 minutes later, the older, skinny version. This time your fingers were off. And then, finally, they do manage to achieve it right, and we get Vegeta. Yep, Vegeta. Vegeta. And with the help of Kakarot's instant transmission, the battle between Broly and Vegeta is about to begin, and they are quite the fusion. It's quite the epic, even battle between the two, but it's even more on Vegeta's side than what it is with Gogeta in the original. Vegeta is really kicking ass. And Cool is sort of hobbling along, still in his fifth form, approaching Kakarot. What? Who is that? Another monkey like you, Saiyan. What? No, that's my mom and Vegeta. They did fusion. Fusion? Yeah. It combines them into one being, and not only are their power levels combined, they are increased exponentially. Oh, I see, I never had a chance then. So, Cool and Kakarot pretty much sitting there, watching the rest of the show, and we pretty much get to the finale. A big double Kamehameha, thanks to Gine learning Double Sunday from Raditz. Double Kamehameha! And well, before that could hit and destroy Broly, Chile uses the Dragon Balls to send Broly back to Vampa, and the battle is won. And well, if I said King Cole before, I'm an idiot. Cooler decides to concede the Saiyans the tactical victory and pretty much leave. He was hoping to avenge his family, but he wasn't too broken up that he lost. He was more or less curious about how powerful these Saiyans had become. Perhaps Cooler can actually find a use for them at the time. Maybe do things in the opposite manner to what his brother and father had done. So, just leave him alone for now, rule another galaxy somewhere, and, well, with, Goku visiting the planetoid Vampa at the end, and we get the same sort of ending with Broly that we get in the original. Broly wanting to teach Goku wanting to teach Broly some things and trade with him and spar with him. And it goes, Broly, call me Kakarot. But his name is always Kakarot, so of course he's going to call him Kakarot. However, we do get one little final scene in the end, just a little addition. Goku and Raditz's vacation. They've piled up a bunch of injured Cooler Force soldiers. Because remember, they're going around looking for strong power levels. Well, they managed to find Raditz and Bardock, who were, of course, not interested at all in joining the Cooler Force. They were stupid enough to attack them, and they laid them out no problem. Well, perhaps we should get back to Earth and tell them there is a Cooler Force now running around. Frieza's brother. Of course, the hilarious part of the joke is, they already know! And so, with Raditz and Bardock getting back on board a capsule ship, they're on their way back home. And that concludes the Dragon Ball Super Broly edition of What If Gine Survived. Thank you for joining me.